Hi YouTube, I'm Arwen, the professional joy seeker, and I'm here today to do a tarot tag. Now, I did a tarot tag in March and then in April. I had so much fun with it that I wanted to keep them going. And I know lots of people doing tarot tags, and I think that's awesome. I just wanted to do something that was kind of organized because that's kind of how my mind works. So I've asked some people, and people have volunteered to do tarot tags. First, if you said you would do a tarot tag, please contact me again. I know I've got Ember Honey Raven, I've got Chase from Two of Owls, and Jessi. Jessi is the one doing it May this month. So I want more people. I want to get all the months covered. So please contact me, readings@tarotbyarwen.com, and I will get you set up. If I've already given you a month, email me because I lost track of what I said to who. So Jessi has given us 5 questions, and here they are. I haven't actually listened to her video yet, so I don't know if she did a contest. I'm kind of suggesting that everybody do a contest just because I think it's fun. I like contests, but I don't know if everybody's going to. So let's dive into intuitive tarot. That's hashtag intuitive tarot. The first question, in your opinion, what does it mean to read tarot intuitively? That's a great question, Jessi. For me, it's looking at the card, and sometimes I look at the card and I think, well, this card generally means blah, but is what's coming across to me. And it's very much how I read tarot. I read it super loose in terms of what's traditional, what's not traditional, what you have to say or not say. So to read intuitively means to listen, to understand the traditional meaning and allow your own gut and heart and head to kind of bubble things up for you. Good example, it's the example I use a lot, reading for somebody over the phone, never met them. I was working a 1-900 line at the time. And chariot reverse comes up in deep pass. Chariot can often be car, reverse can be car breakdown. But I went, oh, there was a car wreck and blah, 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 blah. And I went just what I got. And her husband had died in a car wreck. And I was kind of getting messages from him at that time. It's one of my first experiences with mediumship through the cards. But I trusted my gut. And my clients will tell you that I will often say, I don't know what this means, but blah. So, and some of them go, me either. And a few weeks later, they'll go, oh, I got it now. And others are like, oh, yeah, I know exactly what that means. So that's one, that's my intuitive, how to read tarot intuitively. 2, can someone learn, and she puts it in quotes, to read intuitively? Why or why not? Well, heck yeah. Otherwise, I wouldn't teach a 9-week class. And I've got an e-class I'll be putting up so people can sign up for it and do it at their own pace if I didn't think that. It's what I base most of my teaching on, is how to learn to read tarot intuitively. I don't think intuition is something that only certain people have. I think we all have it, and I think we all access it in different ways. I know somebody who only gets messages when she's cooking. So I don't know if it's because she's so in tune with cooking that she opens up her mind to other stuff. I don't know. But that's how she gets her intuitive messages. So intuition is a muscle. It's something we all have. It's a tool. The more you use it, the better you are at it. If you don't use it, or if you deny it and say, oh, I don't want that, I don't like that, then I don't think you'll have to bother with it. Same with seeing or talking to ghosts. You don't want to, just say you don't want to. And you can kind of shut that down. You turn the spigots off, if you will. 3, how does intuition play a role in your readings? Ooh, Jessi. Day in, day out, just it is. It would be easier for me to say that my memorization of the cards is my backup. My intuition kicks in and takes off. And sometimes I get a card that I don't know how it plays into the reading. And I will go, okay, well, the traditional meaning of this card is, I'm just seeing the 3 of Swords. treachery, betrayal, communication not working, stabbing, thinking, and I'll just start talking about what I know the card to be until stuff again bubbles up. And then I get this connection. And sometimes I don't, right? Sometimes I just say, this card typically means emotional connection if I'm thinking of the Two of Cups with somebody else or yourself, and then generally something will kick up at that point because I go, this really feels more like it's just you, and that's where I do get intuitive stuff coming up. But I guess so. The symbols, the knowledge is my foundation. But intuition plays a role in my readings all the time. I don't think I could do a reading where I didn't let my intuition come into play. I wouldn't be me. I wouldn't be Tarot by Arwen, the professional joy seeker. I'd be somebody else. I might be just as fun, but I wouldn't be this personification of who I am. Question 4. And there are 5 questions. What's your position on reading intuitively? Well, I think if you're comfortable with it, you should do it. I think if you're comfortable with understanding what's intuition, what's vivid imagination, you'll hear me say that a lot. I think this may be my vivid imagination, and what's other being, guides, deity speaking, angels, however you see other, intuition being your own stuff. And I do both. I have both of those that happen. But I think you should do it if you're called to it. If you're not called to it, it's okay. You don't have to have that. Although I will say I've seen people who are say they're not intuitive readers give me very intuitive readings. So play that as you may. Bentley's going up to the bad cat spot. Hi, Bentley. Kitty, 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 kitty. He says, what? We were gone a couple days, so the cats are kind of like, where you been? What are you doing? How are you? Stranger. There was a stranger in the house. Did you know there was a stranger in the house? They can be so silly. The last question. Consciously choose a card that you attribute a unique personal meaning to. Share that meaning with us. Consciously choose a card that I have a unique personal meaning with. Let's see. Unique personal meaning. That's a hard question, Jessi, as I flip through I'm using the Gaian because that's the card I always have handy. So I'm kind of thinking how a card may have shown up in my life in an unusual way. Oh, I know. This was a reading I did for somebody, and a card came up in her future. I was doing pretty sure I was doing a Celtic cross. And the card that came up in her future was the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man in this deck is very interesting in the way it uses the position of the Hanged Man. Whoops. High Priestess just took a leap. So where is it? Did I already go past it? I think I already went past it, guys. Well, let me go back through here again. But anyway, I'm reading for her, and the card, the position of the figure is in an asana called the tree, and that's a yoga position. Here it is. So I'm talking to her, and I said, this is an asana. It's a yoga position. It's tree. It's about a time out for you. Something's going to occur where you either need or want, some space. She contacts me maybe a week or two later, maybe longer, to tell me that she broke her foot, and she does yoga. And the only position she can currently do is this one because of her broken foot. So sometimes I talk about this card being my yoga card, and it's my go do yoga card. And so that it's kind of a warped meaning of the Hanged Man. And it's a personal thing. It's when it shows up for me personally that I tend to get that kind of interpretation from it. Now, this was Jessi Huntenburg's Intuitive Tarot, hashtag Intuitive Tarot for May. It's her tarot tag. Please do the video, the tarot tag as a video. Click on the link down and go to Jessi's video and hook up with her there so she knows you did it. This is her tarot tag, not mine, hers. So all praise to Jessi for this one, okay? Thank you so much for joining me. I've got a link for the Gaian Tarot down on the bottom if you want to go look at it. It's my favorite deck right now, well, past some odd years. But I'm Arwen, the professional joy seeker. Seek joy, y'all. Pass it on.